Welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming an E60 M5. I'm super excited because this is the big brother to the S65. So essentially the S85, which is in the E60 M5, is the S65 but 2 more cylinders and then 1 more liter. So yeah, it's going to be super cool. I've been looking to get an M5 on here for so long and I finally found one. So shout out to the homie for, agreeing to collaborate and film. But I'm super excited to see it and hear it. So I've been looking to get an M5, the V10 specifically, on the channel for a while. So shout out to the homie for meeting up with me. Why don't you introduce yourself and the car to the viewers?
Hi everyone, my name is Oscar. I bought this E60 M5 about in 2017. I've been actively looking actually since 2015, and the price has kind of plateaued around 2017, and I saw this one owner example, which is rare with these cars, as you know. One owner, Virginia owned, garage its entire life. You can tell later by the condition of the trim, nothing's deteriorating. That's why I bought the car. But I bought it for the engine, not how it looks. It looks okay, but I bought it for the engine. So I actually saw this car on M5 board. It was a one owner car, and I actually put a deposit down through PayPal. And I hit him up. I'm like, hey, I hit him up about the records. I hit him up about maintenance history, how he warms it up, how he drives it, and everything checked out. He doesn't drive it over 3,000 RPM until the oil temp hits 200. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. So I booked a one-way ticket to Washington, D.C., Ubered to his house, test drove the car, and here we are today. I wanted to drive it back, but I decided to ship it back. It was actually shipped with 2 Rolls Royces and 1 R8 in the trailer, in an enclosed trailer back, and it fit right in. Because, V10 with a bunch of supercars and Rolls Royces. So that's actually a pretty entertaining story. After I had shipped the car back, I toured the Capitol around Washington, D.C. and just made a road trip out of it to Philadelphia and other places like that.
If you don't mind, why don't you tell us the mileage, and if you don't mind, you could talk about the price too, like for what this car, you bought it for, basically.
Gotcha, yeah. So this car had 39,000 miles when I bought it in 2017 or around that time. And I bought it for 27-ish.
Oh, nice.
I actually bought it with the Eisenman rear exhaust in the trunk. So he took it off and put it back to stock, but I decided, I'm gonna mod it right away, right when I get it.
But why don't you give us a tour of what you've done to the car, and then also towards the end, what you have in the plans for the future?
Gotcha. Yeah, so this car has been wrapped KPMF purple black iridescent, and the color underneath is actually the space gray metallic, which some of you are familiar with the M cars. The headlights are all OEM. The carbon fiber kit is from a guy named Dinman. He makes a bunch of parts for all M cars. So I have the front lip, the side skirts here all the way down, rear spats, or not spats, but like the side skirt extensions, as well as a diffuser with 3 fins. As well as for exhausts, we have an Eisenman Section 3, mated to an RPI Section 2 and RPI Section 1 with 2 resonators. And I have high flow cats as well. As far as wheels are concerned, these are popular in the Mustang community as well as the E60 community. These are Forgestar F14s, 20 by 9.5 in the front, 20 by 11 in the rear. I also did a Motorsport hardware stud conversion. So instead of lug bolts, we have lug nuts. Just makes easier wheel removal and installation. As far as the engine bay is concerned, everything is stock except for these Venturi intakes. You buy it primarily for the induction noise. The IATs are higher. The stock intake setup is actually really good for this car, but I bought it for the sound. So in the future, I have a different wheel setup that is actually getting built by Sensei 6, who's actually local here. They're going to be work VSMXs. So they're going to be same sizing, 20 by 9.5 and then 20 by 11 in the rear. I'm also going to do an OEM plus BBK conversion. So from a M550i from the G chassis, It's gonna bolt right up to here. As you can see, the E60 M5 stock brakes are kind of shitty. They're kind of like
yeah,
E90.
you can see them there.
Yep, they could be better. So I'm gonna retrofit that. It's gonna be the M blue calipers that you see on all the new BMWs. And the rear is actually gonna be from an F80 M3. It's direct bolt-on,
nice.
Same rotor size. A lot of these cars, everyone wants the manual and everyone runs away from the SMG, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta change your mindset when you're looking at a car like this. You have to drive it like a manual. If you don't think of it as a manual, then you won't appreciate this car. So this does have the SMG3, which is an improvement from the E46 M3. And it actually has a FAMS tune, Fast Attack Motorsports. There's a guy named Jim Colley in the E60 M5 community. He's well regarded with tuning the DME as well as the TCU for this car. So honestly, I never drive this car in automatic. I drive it with the paddles just like a manual. I do have a manual car at home as well. So really, it's not a bad transmission. It gets a lot of flack and it's notoriety, but it's not bad at all. So this actually car is fully loaded. It does have the wood trim, which is kind of controversial. Some people like the silver metallic trim, aluminum trim, but I actually like it. It's kind of classy and it's period correct for the mid-2000s. This car has every option besides the rear curtain airbag. So it has a heated steering wheel, which is actually a slimmer steering wheel, not thicker than stock. And it has the heated and cooled seats. It has soft closed doors, which we will get a clip of in a bit. Stuff that only luxury cars have. Yeah. It has the Alcantara headliner. And actually, BMW didn't skimp out. If you look at the dash, it's all leather. Every panel besides where your seatbelt is leather. The door cards, everything is leather. So it's really a well-optioned car.
Wow. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the sticker in the corner?
Yeah, so if you take a close-up of that car, when you first buy the car, it comes with these stickers telling you about the oil change interval, not to dog on it more than a couple thousand RPM. It's really stuff that people take off right when they buy the car, but this previous owner left it on, and of course I'm going to leave it on. So really unique tidbits that you don't see from a brand new, or you know, almost 15-year-old car.
Let's talk about what you like and dislike about the E60 M5.
Gotcha. Obviously I like the motor. If you close your eyes, it's like you're driving a supercar. What I don't like is the brakes that it came with the car, but obviously we talked about it. I'm going to retrofit the newer M brakes on there. The seats as well, if you look, they're not the most aesthetically pleasing seats. These are called the comfort seats, which have heated and cooled options. But even the sports seats, the bolstering is not that aggressive. Some people swap the Sportster CS from Recaro in there. It's a very popular seat, and it looks like it fits just fine. As far as driving is concerned, it could be better. You do feel it. It is a boat, but you don't buy this car to go through canyons. You buy this car for high speed, 150-mile-an-hour pulls, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, those are small gripes. Overall, I've had a fantastic experience. I just did rod bearings on it. This car has 68,000 miles right now.
So while we're warming up the E60 M5 for the test drive, I'm gonna do a little quick walk around. So I do really love the body style of this M5. It's really cool, and now it's kind of becoming, or it's getting closer to like becoming a classic. But yeah, I really love this body style. It is kind of big, but it's an M5, so like, what are you expecting? And the front end, it does look really good. This is a 2008, and yeah, I didn't realize it has so much technology. He was letting me know there's, you know, a heads-up display. It has the bolstering like when it takes turns, which if you've been in a G-Wagon, that's literally like one of the big features in the interior. So like, I didn't know that this had it, especially for being as old as it is. But yeah, very, very nice. The revs that we got earlier, it sounded almost like an R8, so that V10 does sound really good. But I'm really excited to experience this car because I have not before, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't either, so hopefully you enjoy the video. First time in the E60 M5. Looks a lot like my car because it's from the same generation. A little funny thing is we're actually headed to O'Reilly's to get some oil for my S65, so if this is not characteristic of the S85 or S65, I don't know what is. On our way to O'Reilly's, man.
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick pull.
Okay, quick pull,
For sure.
quick pull. I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go. Wow. This sounds so good. I understand why they love this car now. Sounds so good. The V10 screaming. And what's the red line on it? The same as mine, I think.
So I have a tune on it. It's 8600 right now.
Oh, okay, so it's a little higher,
Yeah.
but stock it would be the same, right?
Yep, 8250.
Yeah. Wow, this sounds insane.
Continue on North Gary Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
This is in the hardest shift mode.
Okay, okay.
Not bad.
It's not bad. This isn't bad. For everyone saying the SMG shifts slow, this is not that bad, honestly. So I'm very shocked. This is really nice. I like it. So let's see the soft close. Oh my gosh, yeah. This car has it all, man. V10, luxury. So we got the oil. I needed this really bad, but we're back to hooning it in the E60 M5. So he's gonna show us a little bit more.
So this is a 2008. Only the 2010s have the updated iDrive. It's very clunky. It has nav and everything, right?
Yeah.
But some people actually retrofit a CarPlay Android head unit.
Yeah.
But it takes up this whole space right here, and it doesn't look OEM plus.
Yeah.
And that's what we're after. At least what I'm after.
Yeah.
That's like one more dislike, but that's standard, right? It's a car from 2008.
Yeah. So I filmed my friend's E92 M3. It was a 2008, and it looked exactly like that. He called it like a Game Boy console type of look, and I agree with him. So yeah, that's funny. This thing has a punch, man.
Yeah.
This has a punch. Oh man. Perfect. This car is insane sounding, man. I have to say, this sounds like a freaking supercar, bro. This is literally a supercar.
Yeah, that first gear romp is insane, right?
Holy shit, that's loud. That was the E60 M5. Shout out to Oscar for showing us around. It was a really sick car. I'm telling you, it sounds like an exotic. The V10 is almost unmatched. I don't know which one I like more between the S65 and the S85, but because they're built upon the same thing, it's kind of the same engine. So shout out again. It was really fun. Make sure to comment and like and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about this car.